August 1978 is the new podcast from WRAL. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts.
Well, the U.S. birth rate is at its lowest point in history.
Yeah, Arthur Chien explains why millennials are among those who seem to be willingly opting out of having children.
With the birth rate dropping in the U.S., millennials are opting not to have kids. A 2021 poll by Pew Research found 44% of childless adults said they're unlikely to have children, up sharply from 37%. Add to that the already established trend of families getting smaller, so even when women are having kids, they're having fewer of them.
Does it surprise you?
No.
Does it surprise you to hear that?
Honestly, yes.
While unmarried individuals are less likely to have kids, an analysis of recent census surveys finds both married and unmarried Americans are shifting towards being childless in the millennial era. Some researchers point to an economic climate defined by hardships, a great recession, and soaring student debts, while home prices are skyrocketing.
It just doesn't feel like it's a great time to have kids, and I think people don't think that it's necessary anymore.
Just given the climate circumstances and recent events, I think the past few decades, and for most of millennials' lives, have made it so that really maybe it's not a great environment.
But while some experts say the economic factors are important, they also say the number one factor that influences how a generation decides to have children is how they themselves were raised.
Millennials and millennial women are rebelling against their Gen X and baby boomer parents who, in an instance of the individual, maybe felt like their parent wasn't really there for them. Maybe they weren't there for the soccer practices or the dance recitals. And so millennial women could be choosing their career now so that they can choose their family later.
Advancements in medical technology are allowing women to have children later in life if they choose to. But with the upper end of the millennial generation getting into their 40s now, time may be running out on reversing the childless trend.
And some experts say other technologies like dating apps are making it harder for millennials to commit.
Many millennials have been labeled the afraid to commit generation.
On the upside, it is a generation that's being really intentional with who they spend their life with before they get to the question of whether to start a family.
Times are changing.
Yes.
That was Arthur Chien reporting. Okay, we have to settle this.